Abraham Lincoln once said that the most important thing you can do when starting a business is to spend the first $20,000 wisely. He understood the weight of decisions and the patience it takes to build something meaningful. His insight into business was not merely about financial acumen, it was a profound understanding of human nature. To fully appreciate Lincoln's wisdom, let's transport ourselves back to the mid-19th century, a time of great change and turmoil in America. The nation was at odds with itself, straddling between the ideals of freedom and the shackles of slavery. In a land poised for innovation, Lincoln himself faced monumental challenges. He didn't have a conventional business background, yet his life offers essential insights not just for his time, but for today's entrepreneurs. Picture Lincoln, raised in a humble log cabin in Kentucky, not far from where he would eventually rise to become a leader of a divided nation. He experienced firsthand the struggles of poverty, and yet, through grit and determination, he continued to pursue knowledge. Every setback became a stepping stone, every encounter a lesson in human behavior. Throughout his journey, Lincoln embraced the value of listening. Consider the years he spent in the Illinois legislature, which fostered his deep understanding of his constituents and their needs. He didn't just hear them, he listened intently, absorbing their words and gauging their responses. His keen observations laid the groundwork for his later successes, proving that effective business begins by truly knowing the audience. This leads us to our first key lesson, the power of listening. In business, as in life, understanding what others want is essential. Lincoln often said, if I only had $20 to spend on a business venture, I would spend $19.50 of it on listening. He meant that the more you listen, the clearer the path becomes. In the tumultuous world of entrepreneurship, the ability to discern what your customers are saying and feeling can create opportunities others may overlook. Just as Lincoln listened to the pulse of the nation, a savvy entrepreneur must stay attuned to their market. By recognizing trends and needs, one can innovate better solutions, turning a simple idea into a flourishing enterprise. Next is the critical importance of patience. In the fiery game of poker, players must decide when to push forward and when to retreat, mirroring the strategic balancing act necessary in business. Lincoln exemplified his patience through the length of the Civil War, demonstrating that sometimes the boldest decision is to wait for the right moment to act. The economy during Lincoln's presidency faced great upheaval, but rather than react impulsively, he often took time to weigh options. His commitment to gradual progress resonates with today's entrepreneurs, immediate results. Just as Lincoln waited for the opportune moment to issue the Emancipation Proclamation, so must modern business leaders recognize that success rarely happens overnight. Taking small, strategic steps can lead to lasting accomplishments far beyond the initial vision. Another lesson emerges from Lincoln's experiences, the encapsulated idea of thinking. In poker, players often make calculated bets based on the potential value, even when that value isn't substantial. Similarly, Lincoln understood that in business, achieving stability requires consistent, smaller gains rather than momentum. His impressive ability to capture the smaller gains throughout his career eventually led to transformative progress for the nation. In any business venture, holding out for the one-day break can be detrimental. Success is rarely defined by monumental breakthroughs. Often, it's about taking advantage of countless small opportunities. Lincoln did not wait for the perfect political situation. He seized moments and learned from the smaller engagements, each decision compounded upon the last to create a lasting legacy. As we explore the intricate dance between bluffing and bluff catching, we find yet another powerful principle within Lincoln's journey. Bluffing is not merely about deceit. In the arena of business, it's about confidence and opportunity. Lincoln often used rhetoric and public speaking as tools to project strength, rallying a nation behind his vision, even when uncertain. Yet he was also skilled at reading the room and understanding when others were bluffing, overstating their abilities or certainty. He demonstrated In today's business climate, this ability to read the table transcends mere transactional interactions, becoming a necessity in understanding market forces and competitive dynamics. The climax of Lincoln's wisdom emerges in his clear acknowledgement of the fold option, an understated yet powerful strategy. The ability to hold off on losing preserve resources and folding is often seen as a weakness, but in business it can be an act of tremendous strength. Lincoln had no hesitation in deciding to abandon policies or alliances that had become counterproductive. By refusing to engage in battles that were lost before they even began, he preserved his capital, both political and personal, for battles that had a chance of success. Folding in this context becomes not simply an exit strategy, but rather a means to ensure survival and eventual growth. Bringing these lessons together, we are reminded of Lincoln's enduring influence and the rich reservoir of wisdom he offers to modern entrepreneurs. Listen intently, be patient, pursue stability through small victories, master the balance of bluffing, and recognize when to fold. As we traverse our own entrepreneurial rivers, let us consider Lincoln's guiding ethos, a tapestry woven from experience, insight, and resilience. In a world increasingly focused on instantaneous achievements, these principles remind us that lasting success embodies a careful interplay of strategy and patience. So I leave you with this thought: what small victory can you chase today that will cultivate your future success? In honoring the legacy of Lincoln's teachings, we too can pilot our businesses towards a horizon filled with promise and capability, all while remaining true to the time